heated body warmer on at the moment because the temperature has really dropped. Like, I went and brought a what do you call it, one of them, it's dropped down to just above 0 at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that there because I want to see what the temperature is like in my shelter later on tonight.
I've been very lightly over the Christmas period, but I've actually put 3/4 of a stone on in Stella. It's all the gravy.
So there you go, we've got potatoes, a ribeye steak, thick one, 2 corn on the cobs and some peppercorn sauce. Hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. I'm back out at base camp again and everything's looking tickety-boo, nothing gone wrong. There doesn't look like there's any dodgy trees in the air or anything after all them horrible winds the last time I was here, and it is actually really calm. As you can see, I've got a thicker jacket on because the weather is cold. I've still got snow and everything outside of the woods, but there's not much. It's just a coating really. It's about 1 degree, 2 degrees at the most at the minute. It's going to drop down to about -4, -5 throughout the night apparently. Whether it does or not, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, last time I was here, I started building a barrier wall. That barrier wall is now going to be made into one very long shelter. I'm going to neutralise some material from me wood storage and the other little shelter if I need it. All right, and then we're going to move the wood shelter and everything across here. It just makes more sense to have the winds coming in that way, so let's put all the shelters and that there, because all the sparks and that are getting blown into them 2 shelters, and that'll give you a nicer view looking out into the woods. We don't really need shelters there, to be quite honest. That was just me jumping the gun a bit. But anyway, I'm going to get set up after I go out and do some firewood collection, and then I'm going to come back and set Roney's camp cot up and bug net up, and then I'm going to get my setup done and I'll walk you through the setup in case you're new to the channel. But anyway, I'm waffling. I'll catch you soon. All right, it's good to be back out. It's a little bit chilly, but it's not too bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to process that, put it into me trolley and drag it all the way back up the camp, which is about 70 metres, 100 metres up the woods. This is where I come down and get, what I'm doing here is basically I'm coming down to an area where there's loads of dead trees, and I'm just thinning them out every time I come up. It's a nice bit of hardwood. So there's a few more across the side there, which I'll get at another date. But I'm going to get this chopped up and I'm going to head back up to camp, get it all snapped up, get it chopped up properly, and start splitting some logs as well. So I'll see you back up there. Right, what I'm doing now is just getting some little logs out that I've already sliced and diced up, and I'm well, not sliced and diced, I've cut up into little small logs, and then I'm going to get the big axe out and I'm going to start chopping them all up, get some bits and pieces done. I'll do all these pine ones first and then have a look, and then I'll get some of these like hardwood ones as well. That one might be a bit hard to chop like, but yeah, but it's Just a quick look inside the shelter. As you can see, my pine pile is diminishing quite a bit. I've got a couple of big trees that are being felled since the day I came here, so I'm going to chop them up in the next couple of weeks. And then I've got loads of hardwood there. I've got more than enough wood. And as you can see, the bits that I've picked up from down the bottom, got some nice chunky bits in there as well. So I'll get all that processed, and we should be cooking on gas, bright lights. In fact, I put a torch on, it's getting dark in here already. So anyway, let's get cracking. Let's do some chopping. Right, well, that's a bit of wood prep done in anyway. That's enough to get us going. I'm going to saw a bit of wood that I put up on top of the fireplace. I'll just do that off camera, cut them into little bits. That big chunky one will just stay like that, and I'll put that on the fire later on when the fire gets established. Probably be a nice slow burn of that. But there's some nice bits of wood there. I've got little sticks down here to snap up, loads of other bits there, and I've got loads more around the back there to pick up as well that have been falling off the trees in the wind. And I've got a bunch underneath me bench, and then obviously with the wood I had remaining from last week, I've found a couple of nice bits of hardwood under there as well. So I've got enough wood there at the moment. If I need to slice any more up, I will do, but I'm going to get a brew on the go, and I'm going to start setting up. I'll get Roney's place set up first. I'll just take you over and show you his area. As you can see, Roney hasn't been in here for quite a while, and the wind did hide a lot of leaves in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all that out for him, and get his bed put up, and hopefully he should be alright, like. But he has a lot of things hanging up in his shelter, like. If you haven't got a head torch on and it's dark, like, he's going to smack your heat to bits. So I'd probably take them down if it was my shelter, like. But it's Roney's, he can do what he wants. I'd rather have them hung up on the sides. But yeah, just a little bit of criticism there, Roney, if you're watching. But anyway, I'm going to sweep all these logs out, all these leaves out and that, get these branches away, and see what I can get done. Anyway, when I'm all set up, I'll bring you back and I'll show you around, because I'll have a nice hot cup of tea in my hand as well. See you in a bit. Right, well, as you can see outside there, it is pitch black now. It's 20 to 6. I've just been sorting my stuff out, getting a jacket on and that. I've got my heated body warmer on at the moment because the temperature has really dropped. Like, I went and brought a what do you call it? One of them. It's dropped down to just above 0 at the moment. So I'm just going to leave that there because I want to see what the temperature is like in my shelter later on tonight. But me setup, for anybody that's new, this is me setup. I'll just put my light up a little bit. So there you go. It's a British Army bug net that goes on top of a camp cot. Now I've just put it on top of my canvas bed. And tonight, for an extra little bit of protection, I've got the Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy bag. Snug Pack Special Forces sleeping bag number 2, 2 pillows. Then I've got the Flex Tail Gear Light. It's the RO5, which is rated at 5. And that's it. I've brought up these. I've never had these on for ages. These are beautiful. These are British Army Gore-Tex outers, but the inners are actually proper wool. I got them when I was over in Lapland, so I've just married them up together. Then I've got my other heated jacket here just for later on, and that's just me cover from me what do you call it, and inside there I've got a Flex Tail Gear Light, and that's basically it really. So that's my setup there. And then for drinks tonight, I've got 2 cans of lager that have been here since the last time I was here. I've got 3 Jack Daniels, and I've got 2 bottles of Baileys with 2 hot chocolates, one for me and one for Roney for later on. Obviously, I've just made myself a cup of tea, so hence why the stove's out. I've brought 3 litres of water up with us, We've always got water here anyway, but I like to bring some. I've got my heated gloves. I'm going to be putting them on soon, like, because my hands are absolutely biting. Over this side, obviously, my chunky wood. I'm still going to chop a few more up because it's a really cold night. And then tonight, Roney's bring some homemade soup, so I brought 4 buns. Then I've got these here. Look at the size of them. Nice big thick ribeye steaks. Yum, yum, yum. 1 each for me and Roney. 2 corn on the cobs each. A load of potatoes, because I like my potatoes. And then I've brought some peppercorn sauce as well. So that's one main meal. And obviously soup for starters. I haven't even processed the rest of this wood yet. I've still got to cut some of them up. I might just leave them as solids, like big long ones, like some of them. And then I definitely need some more twigs, which I'm going to be collecting off camera. And I've got a few more little logs here to smash up. But my log pile's looking horrendous, like. Roney's scratchers all set up, ready for him. His chair's out and that. So I've just put his sleeping bag and his mat inside. He can sort them out himself when he comes up. So he's got the same type of setup as me, except different types of sleeping bags and things. So anyway, let's get back over here. I'm glad it's not windy, like, because it's brilliant not having it, if you know what I mean. But I'm just going to get you set. See where I'm pointing it. Oh, I tell you what. Whew, my fingertips. It's only 0 degrees, but I'll tell you what. I've got me green, like, jumper that I put on when I come out camping. I'm going to put these on. So that's them put on there, look. And that should heat up nicely soon. Oh, I think I might have already had this one on. I think that one was already on because it's feeling warm. Oh, yes, matron. Oh, God. Do you know what it is? I must have pressed that on when I put the battery in, and it's lush and warm for it to put my hand in. Whereas that one, oh, the fingertips are just starting. So basically these gloves here, I've got a review on them. The hunting heating gloves. They're not 100% waterproof, but they are a little bit. And what happens is you've got a wire inside and it goes up and around all the fingers, all right? Even set in the one that flicks over for your trigger finger or your nose picky finger. And it goes up the thumb. And then you've got some at the back as well, so it keeps your hands nice and warm. It's got nice grips on there. There's a proper review out. That's about it, really, the review. Battery goes in here, and that's it. My hands are getting nice and warm now. So anyway, it's not an alcoholic drink because I need to get some hot fluids in this. So cheers, everybody. Oh, it's nice and sweet. Milky and sweet, just how I like it. But Roney's still at work. He's not going to get you out about 7 o'clock-ish. But I'll tell you what, it's cold. It's a nice clear night. I can see the moon. I didn't have the camera, I'll pick it up. I'll try and get a shot and put it on camera. But the moon's nearly at full moon now. So that's giving off a nice bit of ambient light through the trees. It's not making any difference to me though. But I'm just waffling, aren't I? Right, well, it's nice 7 o'clock at night, and I'll just put a few clips up as I'm speaking. So I've been cutting up loads of wood. Last time I was here, I picked up loads of bits of punky, dead, rotty type wood that was just in the way when we're walking up certain areas. So I piled it all up, and it's all sort of dried out underneath my shelter over the last week. Well, 2 weeks actually. But I think it's time to get a JD's on the go. Oh, nectar of the gods. Yeah. So it's nice 7 o'clock and I've still got a load to do. The wind has just died altogether this weekend, like it's unbelievable. It's absolutely really refreshing. I've had to take my body warmer off when I was doing my graft. I was just getting far too hot, and the last thing you want to be doing on a cold night is sweating, because then obviously that sweat turns to moist, wet. Right, well, don't know what happened there, but my camera just switched itself off and went into repair mode. So anyway, as I was trying to say is, thank you very much for clicking on the video. I hope you're enjoying it so far. And if you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. I know it makes sense. Cheers, everybody. Let's get wet on the inside. Oh, I know I say it every time, but oh, that's nectar of the gods, that bloody nectar. I think next time I'm out, I'm going to bring myself a nice bottle of Gentleman's Jack. That's a bit more expensive. The camera's going into stupid mode and switching itself off. I think what's happening is I think the battery's getting too cold. So I've always keep a spare battery in my pocket in a nice little pouch type thing. I'll just show you it now. So basically it's a small little pouch from an Olight, and it keeps your batteries nice and clean and keeps them warm inside your pocket. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to swap this over, and hopefully I don't get any more muck-ups. And then what I think I'll do is I'll start putting my camera inside me pouch pocket when I'm not using it, just to stop it getting cold, because it is now it's still just above 0. That's inside the shelter area. I'm going to move the thermometer up to the top of one of the shelters, and then that'll give it a proper good one, because once I get the fire going, it's just going to warm up in here, like, you know. But anyway, spare batteries, never leave home without them, like. I think the coldness just knacks these GoPros. I think it's the same with every camera, really, if you didn't keep it wrapped up and keep it warm. I have got a spare hat that I've went and bought. It's a bit of a winter hat, so I think what I could do is I could just put that over the top of my camera when I'm not using it. Anyway, that's a bit of useless information for you lot, but just in case you think what's happening with all these different clips coming up, that's why, because my camera keeps going off. But anyway, cheers everybody. Get the fire going soon, I think. I've got a little bit more wood prep to do. I know I've got loads there, but I always like to have too much, because then that gives us a head start when I come the next time. Or if Roney comes up by himself with the kids, it gives him a little bit of a head start as well. I was going to start doing some building tonight, but you know what it is, I think I'm just going to leave it until tomorrow, because it's not a rush job. I don't need to get it done ASAP, and if the winds do kick in, I can just get my tarp out, put that up, and then we'll be fine and dandy. Right, well, time to get the fire started. It's getting cold again now, and it's 7:30. Just had a message off Roney saying that he's left work and he's on his way, so I'll get the fire going, and it'll be nice and warm here for when he gets here. See what kind of a friend I am. I've set his bed area up for him. I'm prepping all the food, all the wood, and I'm making a fire to make it nice and cozy for him getting here. What a friend. I just know he would do exactly the same for me. And anyway, I'm getting one of these wood burners. It seems a little bit dry, to be honest. Light that in my pocket so I don't lose it. I've got a nice fire layer on the ground there, and I've got a nice big fat log at the back of it as well to catch and just smoulder away. So I'm just going to put a handful of these little twigs up on the top of the fire, and get myself another handful, just to get the fire started. Quick and easy. Then a couple of other little thicker branches. Nice and dry these are. Happy days. There we're going. I'm just going to pile it all on, actually. Get the fire going. There we're going. I've been having some lovely noises off the owls, so I've just been sitting chilling, listening to them. But I'm starting to get cold again. My feet are freezing on my fingertips, so I'm going to get my nice gloves on. I'm going to put my body warmer back on, and just sit and chill, get this fire going. And I'm going to pull the chair up next to the fire. As you can see, the smoke's just going straight up. There's no wind whatsoever. But what I have done, just in case, and it just gives you that little extra bit of cover. So as you can see, I've put my tarp up, so that just blocks all that wind, any breeze at all coming out. And there you go, and look. Nice, quick, easy fire. I've actually got another fire starter just over the top there. But they're starting to dry out a bit, like. I've got them in a tub as well. But yeah. It's a cold one. Let's have a look at the thermometer. I've put it over here out the way. And today also what I carried in was a nice big roll of green netting, just so I can use it. So yeah, that's looking at 0 degrees. But I'm going to have a look, because I think this is knackered, to be honest. It doesn't really move that much. It's just a cheap thing, about £2 or something I paid for it. But I'll have a look on my phone and see what it looks like. Aye. Love a fire, me. Look at that. Nice bone dry wood. And like I was saying earlier, I've got a nice big fat log that I cut off the tree down the bottom at the back there. So that'll start smouldering soon and just burn away nice and gentle. And then I've still got all that. That's sort of punky type wood over there. I need some more twigs, so I think off camera I should get some more, like. But once the fire's going, I can get it going. And I've just cut off this off a bit of wood that I'm using for the build tomorrow. It's a bit of an old root system, so I'll get that burnt tonight as well. Put that on the fire, and it'll be happy days. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. But I'll tell you what, like, my fingertips are freezing. So now I've got the fire going. I'm going to put these on. These are quite warm. They're cold inside now, like, but I left one of them on by accident in my chest pocket, and I was like, oh, my chest's dead warm. And I took it out and I put my hand in it, and it was absolutely red as. But they're just nice and comfy as well for just sitting around in. But if you're just sitting around and not doing anything, wiggle your feet around, wiggle your fingers around. But I definitely recommend mittens, nice big thick mittens, because your fingers have got a lot of air going around them, and you can just move them next to each other, and your hands stay a lot warmer. But obviously for grafting and doing things, and definitely recommend a nice pair of heated gloves. Go and check out my video on them, they're brilliant, I tell you. They warm up in no time at all. But I do prefer mittens, to be quite honest, when I'm just sitting chilling and I'm not having to do anything with my hands apart from lift my drink up. But look at the fire now, man. Look at it. Yeah, baby. I'm not sure if you can get it on here, like, but we've got a bit of, oh, that's my light. Now you can see it, a little white dot, possibly. That's the moon. It's unbeaten doing on my head. Right, that fire's going really well. Now I'm going to move next to it and get some warmth off it as well. And I'll catch you later on when Roney gets here and he gets himself settled. Then I'll put the fire back. I'll put the video back on, the camera even. I'll put that on when Roney gets himself settled and we're sitting drinking. See you later. Right, well, as you can see, the big feathers here. So it's our first camp together in 2025. So
yep.
Happy New Year again, mate.
Aye,
I'm on the cans now.
Happy New Year to all of you, because obviously it's my first time being out. Basically, I've had a very quiet Christmas. Pardon me, indifferent. I would like to say, like, obviously a lot of people do dry January, but obviously I'm trying to, like, drink more water and stuff like that, because obviously I put a little bit of weight on, because I've eaten very lightly over the Christmas period, but I've actually put 3/4 of a stone on in Stella. It's all the gravy.
She's a nasty woman, isn't she, that Stella? I'm
gonna have to, like, obviously go on, like, stop having gravy on me dinner with everything, you know what I mean? It's like 10 gravies there with me Sunday dinner, 10 gravies there with me chips and all that. So yeah, I think I might write into the business and actually put a bit of complaint on, because I should do like a Slimming World one, you know. So,
aye.
Yeah, but at the same time, them gravies have kept us occupied. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the air holds. It really can't get any worse for me, like, can it?
Nah.
Yeah, it's blooding on.
I'm sure this year will be better for you, mate. You know what I
Well,
mean?
hopefully. But anyway, that's another story
Aye.
anyway. Because when I come here,
Oh, God, things in
it's like me happy place, and hope we're making yous happy now and again, you know. Actually, I haven't given you me a Christmas story, have I? Because obviously, I don't know if we go back into the realms, but like, so obviously, Jimmy being a bit younger than me, actually, many years ago, before Jimmy was born, I had met a girl whose head was a lettuce, right? And this lettuce, right, obviously when you peel a few leaves back, right, it showed a massive amount of beauty. And her father-in-law was called Potato Pete of the Woodland Forest.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't remember him because you weren't born then, right? So anyway, I coloured in some lovely
He used to
eyebrows
come
and
to
all that.
Harwood.
And I attached this this lettuce head to the body of a cabbage, right? And I made it little stick arms and stick legs. And one day I was getting quite fruity with it, and as I was like chopping bits and pieces off, I spilt what is it called? Me French dressing all over this like baby lettuce. And then
Oh, matron.
as it grew, I found out that it was preggers, right? And Jimmy was born about 6 weeks later, not 6 months, 9 months or anything like that. Jimmy was born after 6 weeks. And then he was my first cabbage and lettuce leaf kid. You know, them ones that come out many years ago.
Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Yes. And obviously when we
Cheers,
took,
mate.
took a
Cheers.
few photos of Jimmy.
I'll tell you what, you owe me some pocket money, like.
No, I'll tell you what's that child catcher that stole the like what is it called? The rights to it, and they made loads of copies of you when you were like transgender and like as a little baby and like a little different colours and all that, you know.
Aye.
So basically I just had to adopt you, so you're the original Cabbage Patch doll, right?
I've never had any pocket money.
So yeah, anyway, that's my first talk of shit this year. But hey ho, and it's only my first gravy.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm only on my first can as well, but I've got like I've got half a Jack Daniels left. I just thought I'd have a can while I was waiting.
yeah,
You know, because he's been gone all day.
yeah, I've been at Graft. So basically, instead of doing an overnight camp, this is going to be a 3 3/4.
Well, he hasn't had a day now, like, because I set his bed up for him, but then he complained, so he's undone it and redone it. And then I've chopped all the wood, prepped all the wood, got the fire gun, and I've got his tea on the go.
Yeah.
Like a proper little bitch.
So anyway, you know, like you see the tea on the go. What he's actually done is filled up the pot with water, and we've got the tatties and corn on the Japs knob.
Corn on the knob.
Yeah, corn on the nub.
Well, I've got his tea on.
But yeah, just let you know,
he's having tatties and corn. I'm having two steaks.
It is
Oh, it's
approximately
about 9:10.
January the 11th and or 12th. But all I would like to say is it was -1 coming up in the car. A very still night, but it is freezing over.
Aye,
But
it's
we've got a
clear
full
night, like.
moon directly above ball patches.
I'll see if I can put a clip of it up, but I doubt we'll get it through the trees with the GoPro at like 11. So, but anyway,
But yeah,
it is getting chilly, so I need to go and put some wood on the fire. Rooney can stop waffling, and then we'll.
But I tell you what, it does get a bit chilly when that wood dies down. Like,
you know.
I might have a little bit, yeah.
I'll teach you how to put some wood on the fire later on, but what I'll do tomorrow is I'll teach you how to actually cut some wood and fetch it and process it to put it on the fire.
I want somebody to like be able to teach us how to go and get me gravy from the fridge, bring it to us opened, have it at a chill temperature of
Well, it's a
3
canny,
degrees.
it's a canny drive. Because
I know.
Roney hasn't brought any gravies.
I know.
I've got 10 gravies in the storage box over there.
know.
Like,
I brought, I'm having vodka the night.
God help me.
3 little ones. But yes, I'm going on a diet. I'm going to start drinking vodka.
That just
You can
sounds
tell
so,
it's working now, can't you?
it sounds so wrong.
Me going on a diet.
Yeah, you going on a diet.
All right, aye. Well, I'm just trying to boost people's
Do
confidence.
you know what it is?
what I mean?
So Rooney's one of their. He's gone on one of them seafood diets, but it's a sea drink diet. Sea drink.
Yes, but
Anyway, aye.
yeah,
Cheers and welcome to the waffle.
waffle and talk shit and waffle.
I forgot what it was like to sit next to a waffler.
I forgot what it's like to talk. Like sit next to. Hey, I tell you what it is. I
Right.
feel like I've got like a ghost's got a penis in my mouth and it's wobbling around because I'm talking all sorts of cockness.
Right. Anyway,
Anyway,
time out.
aye.
Cut.
Cut.
Right.
Testicles.
Testicles. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, it's 11:30 at night. Me and Rooney are gonna get some food on the go because my tatties are gonna be like mush by the time we get the steaks done. And Rooney's got the sneezes and everything. Look at him. He's sneezing that much. He's growing hair.
Do I look like Riley? You know what I mean? It's like.
You look a right twat.
You're not trying to say I look like Prince Andrew.
You look like Boy George.
Oh. Come on.
I actually went to see him live. You know, he's actually quite good.
All right.
Yeah, his female guitarist is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She plays a banjo lips.
If I can, I'll try and work out how to put a photograph of her on because I got quite obsessed. But anyway, we've got some steaks to eat, so I'm going to get these on. They're quite nice thick ones, ribeye steaks. Got 2 of them, some peppercorn sauce. Inside the pan, there should be done now some tatties and some corn on the cob.
Corn on the chop snob.
There you go, that's a Rooney special, all done and dusted.
Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Right, well, that's where got my food. I'll just quickly bring it over and show you, just in case I didn't get a good picture of it before. So there you go, we've got potatoes, a ribeye steak, thick one, 2 corn on the cobs and some peppercorn sauce. Obviously the steam off it's making it look a bit crap on the picture, like, but happy days, like. How are you enjoying that, like, Rooney?
Very, very nice.
Is it? It's a bit late, like it's 12 o'clock at night now, and yeah, so I've had now to eat for 12 hours. So I'm Hank Marvin. So let's have a quick taste of one of these little tatties. Perfectly cooked them, like perfect demondo. I do like me new potatoes, me like boiled potatoes. Let's have a little go of this steak. How's your steak, Rooney? Have you tried a steak?
No, I'm eating corn on the jack snob.
Are you eating the corn on the knob, are you?
Uh-huh.
Steak looks alright, like, if I can cut it. I'm using a crappy little knife. Looks a bit... I'm going to just turn my light on a second so I can just have a quick look. It looks good, like. Rooney's hiding food on the floor.
Stop me titties breaking down because obviously It was cooked with the jack snob. Been corn on the cob.
Oh, tell you what, like the ribeye steak's really nice. It's nice and tender, and it's cooked quite rare on one side. Quite not rare. Well done on one side, and medium rare on the other side. So it's a good little combination because it's got a nice little bit of crunch to it as well. Yeah. I think the peppercorn sauce wasn't enough for me and Roney. I actually watered it down a bit just to make it a bit more. And I think it spoiled it. But other than that, yeah, really nice. And I like corn on the cob. I normally like it with loads of butter on, but we didn't bring it. Well, quite warm that. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice and crunchy, just the way you like it. Yeah, baby. So anyway, we're going to get stuck into this. Roney, you happy with your food, mate?
Loving it, loving it.
Loving it, loving it, loving it. Nice. Right, and anyway, nice bit of steak. Catch us in the morning, unless anything untoward happens. Because we're just going to chill out now, bang out some tunes, have a few more drinks, put more wood on the fire, eat some nice food, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. See you later. Adios. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1:30 in the morning, and me and Roney is having a nightcap, so we've got a nice hot chocolate and Baileys, and it is bloody lovely.
Tell you what's that's lovely, but that fire.
Oh, the fire's really nice now. Like, it's got a nice heat to it. We've got a nice bed of embers there. The food was kind of good and all. It wasn't too bad. I've had better, but yeah, it was nice. And Roney was happy to actually be out and get a steak for tea.
Yes, I'll be honest, I didn't realise steaks were real. I just thought only on Jimmy's videos, you know, like on his YouTube videos. I just thought, yeah, they're real. Because I've actually never really saw them. But what I like to say is that heat is so beautiful, right? If I had hairs on my arse and my nutsack, that would burn them off. But because I haven't, because Jimmy was shaving them the other week, like I say, it's just giving a bit one of them.
He's always got to lower the tone, hasn't he? Anyway, Roney, I've just had to wake Roney up so he can have a hot chocolate and Baileys. Otherwise, I was going to have a double Baileys and hot chocolate. Now I've still got a full Jack Daniels to drink and a can of lager.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, cheers everybody. It's been a cracking night, and it's been good to be back out with my own mucker, Mr. Roney.
Cheers everybody.
Look, I'm trying to cheers him and he's moving away, look.
I hope he's all shit a hedgehog.
With our fake BCP cups.
Yeah, you drink out of these and basically you lose half a lung because they were made in
Taiwan.
China. Yeah.
But if you haven't tried a hot chocolate and Baileys on a night time when you're at camp, give it a crack. I tell you what, it's amazing.
Give it a crack and I tell you what, you'll be tickling your sack because I tell you what is...
Filthy boy.
It is. It's actually like...
Really nice. It's a nice nightcap before you go to bed. It just means you're drinking a half a pint of fluids before you go into bed, so you need to siphon the piping before you actually jump into bed. Otherwise, if you're called Roney, you'll be swamped in the bed.
I tell you what, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is.
It is.
I get the little sachets from Asda, where I work, in the Galaxy hot chocolates. Get one of them and get 100 mils of Baileys and a nice decent cup, and then top it up with some hot water. Finger licking good.
Look at that, man.
It's a wavy cup. And anyway, we're going to say adios, and we'll catch us in the afternoon.
In the morning.
In the afternoon for Roney, because I'll tell you what, he won't be up. He will be when I start hammering and sawing things and building things, if I can get the opportunity to do that tomorrow.
Well, if me
See you later.
tinnitus allows us to hear it because it's
Oh, he's
yeah, it's like cymbals banging in me head at the minute. Like.
Aye.
But
Right.
anyway,
Adios.
that is the one nice drink. Really, really comforting.
Isn't it?
I feel like I could stroke your thigh
Well,
at any moment.
right, give us the drink back. Now you wait.
It's when I want to lick in between your toenails.
Right,
That's
take
what it's
take
problem.
holy dear. You fucking animal. Yeah.
A bit of food.
He's a wronging him, like, isn't he? he's a cuckoo's nest, I think.
It's really nice, actually. That.
It is nice. Well, good morning everybody. It's well, good morning. It's 20 to 11. Didn't get out with Pittle about just before 10 o'clock, but we're just being dilly-dallying, trying to sort kit out. I've had a mattress fail. My air mat when I went to get into bed last night, well this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, by the time I got in my pit, my air mat was down, so I had to blow it up again last night, and I've woke up with it flat. So I've just been putting some air in it, and I'm just testing it again, but it feels like it's already lost a bit of pressure already. I've checked the valve, and the valve seems okay, but yeah, looks like it's gone. When I unwrapped it, I noticed it looked a bit dodgy. The way I had put the tightener thing around it looked a bit crinked. So I'm just hoping I haven't punctured it by doing that, but I doubt it, like. But I've just noticed another YouTuber's just been saying that his failed, and that was on the hills. So, you know, I've checked, there's like a little flap thing that goes over the valve on the inside that stops the air coming out. Now, I remember when I first got it, that gave us a bit of a problem, so I'll take it home and I'll test it out and see if I can fix it. But anyway, last night, had a good laugh last night with Roney. It's good to have him back out camping. Food was alright as well, it wasn't too bad. Roney enjoyed it, and we enjoyed with Baileys and hot chocolate and all. But
Me drunk and took advantage of us.
got him drunk and took advantage of him. Look at him. He's always hogging my shelter. He's got Nout Haze, you know. He brings everything I want and makes a mess, look.
Because I'm on a slow build, you know what I mean?
On a slow build.
Anyway,
He hasn't even started yet.
you know, like he's starting with the abuse and all that, but like you say, he took advantages and got drunk.
Do you like his new hat?
Yes.
I think he's a Boy George fan, mate.
Jamiroquai, man.
Jamiroquai, is it?
Aye.
It's a
Just,
sort-
I haven't got the moves like him, like, you know what I mean?
You haven't got the body like him
But
either.
anyway, hey, this body is for loving. But anyway, going on about love.
He's so fat, he couldn't even get any sleeping bag last night. Like one.
You've took us
Aye,
off me
it
straight.
doesn't take
Aye,
much.
Jimmy knocked us back, but anyway, what I'm going to have to promise back, because it was late last night, we got down to very sensual things, but what actually happened is Jimmy knocked us back. So he helped us, like, because I've got an inner in my sleeping bag, and I was one leg in it and one leg out of it. And he says, Roney, says, not trying to, like, tell you how to live your life and all that. He says, but
Slim.
He says, I think you need to start shaving.
Oh, Roney, man. I told you, it's first thing in the morning, man. Oh, look at. Oh, yeah, you hairy mutt.
You know what I mean? You've got to keep yourself cold in the winter. Who else can't full?
Nowadays, he gans to bed when he had his clothes on. He couldn't even get in his DOS bag last night. I had to pull the DOS bag together and
Right.
do his zip for him.
Who went to bed with a body warmer on?
Aye,
He
but I'm slim though. You're a fat twat.
did. Slim, which part of it, like?
Eh?
The only part that's slim on ease, your
Look
tongue.
at-
tongue.
Look at this fine beast of a man.
Right.
Then
let's-
look how he takes up the whole screen, man.
Yeah, but listen, the only thing that's thin on you is them two bits of thread hanging from your jacket. Oh, it's your legs. You know what I mean? So,
Anyway, aye, it's nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. We've got a brew on the go. We had scran quite late last night as well, so I'm not feeling that hungry, to be honest. But I tell you what, it's a chilly morning. It's about 2 degrees, but it feels colder.
It would be chilly Runda, Willie, but it's vast.
Now, I say something before I put the camera on, I says, no sexual innuendos this morning, please.
That wasn't sexual.
You know what I mean? And you just can't help yourself, can you? First thing in the morning, I'm not set for this kind of behaviour. I never get up when I'm by myself. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to get a cup of tea. I'm going to get a cup of tea down my neck. I'm going to brush my teeth, and then I'm going to start thinking about building this new shelter.
You know what it is?
Because he's going home, because he's a lightweight, and he doesn't need graft. As soon as I mention graft, he says, "Oh, I'm gone."
Aye. But like so you're saying you don't even get it when you're by yourself. You know what it is? His legs offend his hand that much, right? He cannot even give himself a reach around.
He's shocking, isn't he? Yeah. I apologise if there's any children watching, okay, for my friend's vulgar attitude to life. Right, see you later. Right, well, hi everybody. It's been a little while since I last spoke to you. It's now 25 to 1, so we're running out of time. But we've been packing camp away and tidying up and that, and discussing plans for this wall I started building. That idea is now going to get scrapped because it'll just get hammered by the wind. But what we're going to do is we're going to build a long, slopey shelter here. Basically, we're going to hire a ridge pole all the way from the edge of Roney's shelter to the edge of my shelter. Obviously, because I've got windows to let light into my shelter and for us to have a view, I'm going to block it. The shelter's only going to come this way. But I'll put a big long ridge pole all the way across. Because obviously I need to have a post here as well to come off it. And then what we're going to do is, roughly where this bottom pole is, the shelter's going to basically go like so. It's only for storing wood and things in. It's not for sleeping in or anything. So it's going to be big enough and high enough, as long as we've got the headroom to get in. And what's going to happen is, because the wind comes from that direction most of the time, so the wind will just hit the roof and it'll just fly up the roof and up over the shelter, up over camp. And then obviously what I'll do is, on the bottom part there, I'll just put loads of sticks going down into the ground, and then cover it with loads of crap from down the in the trench there. And that should be it, finger licking good. But it's not going to happen today. Like, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to prep all my material today, and the next time I come up, hopefully I'll get up early in the morning and have a full day of just building. So today what I'm going to do is, we're going to have some soup and that, because it's dinner time. Roney's made some soup at home and brought it, so he's just getting that prepared to get it heated up. And we're going to have another brew, and I'm going to spend about an hour just trying to find some material, and probably do a little bit of wood prep for firewood as well, because well, wood's getting low, like. Right, well, pan of soup. Obviously I've got tons. Roney's got his in a little container. So what we've got in the soup then, Roney, because obviously Roney made it.
It's a ham broth.
A ham broth. Oh, lovely.
So
I'll show you any more of this before I start slopping.
I've got a ham shank.
Lucky boy.
And I bought some gammon. And that's just all the mixed vegetables.
Oh, that's lovely.
With the pulses and all that. Soup mix.
That's really nice, that. I'm not going to say all the goodness in that, eh? I've just got it in the pan rather than putting in another bowl, like. And Rooney's just using one of the containers that it came in. But I've got some nice bread rolls as well. I like my bread with loads of butter on me, like. But yeah, finger licking good. Got a nice bit of goodness on the bun.
It's sunny, but it's cool.
Aye. So while Rooney's been slaving in the kitchen, I've been out foraging, looking for a decent ridge pole. I think what I've got is long enough for what I need. And I've just found 5 big massive bits of like cut-offs that we use for building the shelter down the far end. So like I'll be going down and trying to get them up. They look kind of thick and heavy, so I might go down there with my chainsaw at some point and just slice them in half to get them up here, and then we'll get them dried out and get them cut up and that, because they look a little bit damp, and get them dried out, and that'll be more firewood for in a couple of months' time. But I don't know how much work I'm going to do, or whether I'm going to do any actually, because the time is ticking, and I've got my little nephew at home apparently waiting for us to get back. So my deadline's 2:30. I'm allowed back home.
Bless him, the little poor lad is sitting in the house with no toys, waiting on Jimmy getting his Hot Wheels out for him.
He's got loads of toys at my house. We've got toys that are it's third generation toys from our.
Keep your Hot Wheels in the loft so you can't get.
Because Ollie's my great nephew, and then we used to have me other nephew, our he got his name's just gone up my bloody head. Our Elliot, he used to come and stay at ours a lot when he was little. He's now 30 this year, I think, and obviously we had loads of little toy soldiers, cars and train tracks and things like that for him. And then our Declan's used them, plus getting new toys for Declan, like scale electrics and Thomas the Tank Engine things and that. And we've never hide all these type of things away, and then they've come in handy for Ollie now. But he's now getting his Paw Patrol toys and everything built up. So we've got a kind of lot of toys to play with when I'm bored. But nah, anyway, so I think I'll just call it the end of the day on the video, and I'm going to leave all my building for when I come up next. I'm just prepping a little bit of wood off camera, to be quite honest. So if you've enjoyed this video, thank you very much, and thanks for watching it, and thanks for all the support throughout 2024. Let's hope and look forward to 2025. Me and Roney are going to be planning a few different excursions down different parts of the area, doing different types of camping, not just coming here all the time. Get back out on my bikes and that as well. We're planning on doing a nice hot tent, and a big new hot tent I've got with a brand new stove and everything, and cooking a really nice meal in it at the same time. We just got to find the right location to take it and put it, and we'll be doing that hopefully sooner rather than later. But I'd just like to say thanks a lot, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. Roney?
Yeah. Happy 2025. I hope it's better than it was last year, even if you didn't have a good year. Be kind to one another. You know, think about, I'm not telling you to think about anything, actually that's wrong. I'm saying just be kind to one another. Treat people how you'd like to be treated yourself. And yeah, hope you all stay healthy and happy. You Beck, shit a hedgehog.
See you next time, everyone.